What is Earth? How old is Earth?
Project, I'm here and ready to help. What's on your
How
mind
did
next?
Earth form?
That's a great question. Art is often seen as a sort of form of human expression that dates back to prehistoric times. Think cave paintings. Over the millennia, it's evolved through different cultures, from ancient sculptures to Renaissance paintings.
What was Earth like in its early stage?
Yeah, that's a really fascinating part of history. In Earth's earliest days, art was often symbolic and ritualistic. For example, prehistoric humans created petroglyphs and cave paintings like those in Lascaux, France, depicting animals or hunting scenes. These early forms of art were like a bridge between survival.
Are the four main layers of Earth?
The mantle, which is a semi-solid layer beneath, the outer core, which is liquid and made mostly of iron and nickel, and the inner core, which is a solid ball of iron and nickel at the center. Each layer plays a big role in Earth's geology and how the planet works.
What is Earth's crust made of?
Great.
What is the mantle?
Good follow up. So the mantle is the layer just beneath the crust. It's composed mostly of silicate rocks that are rich in magnesium and iron. Unlike the crust,
What is Earth's core made of?
really is made up mostly of liquid iron and nickel. For generate, the outer core surrounds the solid inner core, and together they play a big Earth's atmosphere.
How did the first ocean form?
It's really tied to its early volcanic and atmospheric evolution.
When did the first atmosphere develop?
Ah, so the first atmosphere started forming in Earth's history, likely within the first few 100 million years, as volcanic.
What caused the Earth's surface to cool?
That's a great question. Earth's surface cooled over time as the planet's interior dissipated. Once it cooled, water vapor from the atmosphere began to condense, forming the first oceans. The cooling also allowed the crust to solidify, setting the stage.
What are tectonic plates?
Mantle beneath. They're constantly moving, though super slowly, and they're so it's these plates that shape the surface of our planet over millions of years.
How do tectonic plates move?
mass over time.
What caused earthquake?
Earthquakes are caused by the sudden release of energy as tectonic plates move and shift. Most commonly, this happens when the plates get stuck at a fault line and then suddenly slip, sending out seismic waves. These waves
Causes volcano eruption.
This can occur
in boundaries where plates part, or at subduction zones where one plate sinks under another.
the pressure builds up, and when it escapes, it can erupt lava, ash, and gases. So it's really a
Tectonic energy release just from deep inside the crust.
How are mountains formed?
To Earth's dynamic interior.
What is continent?
Good point. So when tectonic plates shift, the crust doesn't just rise immediately. There's a gradual process. It's built million years, and eventually the crust deforms.
Who proposed the theory of continental drift?
That was Alfred Wegener. In the early 20th century, he proposed the idea of continental drift. He suggested that the continents were once joined together in a single continent, which he called Pangaea, and that they slowly drifted apart over millions of years. The version
What was the supercontinent Pangea?
time the plates drifted apart and Pangaea split into the continents we recognize today. It was kind of the ultimate snapshot of how dynamic Earth's surface really is.
Why did Pangea break apart?
Pangaea started to break apart.
How were the continents formed?
Continents formed as tectonic plates moved and shifted over millions of years.
after Pangaea began to break apart.
Pieces of crust drifted away and new land masses formed through volcanic activity, sedimentation, lift. The
What is fossil?
preserved remains or trace of ancient life, like imprints or even traces. They form an sediment and overtake the organic material. Fossils are like a time capsule, helping us understand what life was like in Earth's distant past.
How do fossils help us understanding Earth's history?
By studying where fossils are planted and how old they are, we can piece together the history of life, see how it drifted, and even track big events like mass extinctions. So they're like a record of Earth's biological and geological past all rolled into one.
What are the major errors in Earth's history?
Plants. Mesozoic, known as the age of dinosaurs, and the Cenozoic, which is our era, marks the rise of mammals and humans. Each era is defined by changes in life and the Earth's environment.
When did dinosaurs first appear? Why did dinosaurs become extinct?
Dinosaurs went extinct about 66 million years ago, most likely due to a massive asteroid impact near what's now the Yucatan Peninsula. The impact caused drastic climate changes, blocking sunlight, disrupting food chains, which led to their mass extinction.
What causes the mass extinction 66 billion years ago?
Million years ago was likely caused by a huge asteroid impact. The asteroid, about 10 kilometers wide, struck the Yucatan Peninsula, creating the Chicxulub crater. This triggered massive wildfires, a nuclear winter effect, and drastic climate shifts, basically wiping out around 75% of Earth's species, including the dinosaurs.
How did mammals become domestic after the dinosaurs? No.
And took over niches left open by the extinction. Over tens of millions of years, this set the stage for large mammals and eventually humans to appear.
When did the first human appear?
The first human
How was the human activity changed the earth?
human activity has really accelerated change on Earth. Things like deforestation, urbanization, agriculture, and especially the burning of fossil fuels have altered the atmosphere, reshaped landscapes, and
What is the reason?
significantly altered geological.
It's not officially formalized yet as a distinct epoch, but it's a way of recognizing that since the Industrial Revolution,
Humans have had a massive, lasting impact on the planet.
What
so it's a major part of how Earth's surface evolves and changes over long periods.
what is weathering?
Weathering is the breakdown of rocks and minerals at the Earth's surface through direct contact with the atmosphere, like from rain, temperature changes, or biological activity.
How do rivers shape Earth's surface?
Shape Earth's surface in a big way. As flow, they erode the land,
Carrying away sediment, carving out valleys, and creating features like canyons or floodplains. Eventually, they deposit sediment further downstream, forming deltas and plains. They act like a sculptor's constantly frame.
How do glaciers change the landscape?
When glaciers melt, they also deposit sediment, creating moraines and other landforms. So over time, they reshape mountains and valleys dramatically.
What is water cycle?
The water cycle is basically the continuous movement of water on, above, and below the Earth's surface.
What? Why is Earth called the blue planet?
Earth is called the blue planet because about 70% of its surface is covered by water, which appears blue from space. When we look at Earth from afar, oceans reflect sunlight, giving the planet its distinctive blue color, making it stand out among the other planets.
What percentage of Earth is covered by water? Most of Earth. Why is most of Earth's water is not suitable for drinking?
Yeah, that's a big issue. Most of Earth's water is salty in the ocean, so it can't be used for drinking directly.
Fresh water, like in rivers, lakes, or underground aquifers,
Is actually pretty limited. Only about
What may what makes Earth suitable for?
breathable atmosphere with oxygen,
a stable climate, and a protective magnetic field. All these things combined give life the right conditions: temperature, water, and protection from harmful radiation, so life is able to thrive here.
What is the importance of Earth's atmosphere? How does the ozone layer protect Earth?
the ozone layer protects by absorbing and blocking most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet UV radiation.
Without it, that UV radiation.
Of course, so without the ozone,
What is what is climate change?
they're in a particular region. It includes averages and variations in temperature, precipitation, wind, and other factors over decades or centuries.
So, unlike weather, which is short term, climate is about the big picture, how a place tends to behave over long stretches of time.
What are green?
The greenhouse effect and causing climate change.
How do forests help the Earth?
Forests help the earth in so many ways.
They act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. They produce oxygen, regulate local and global climates, prevent.
What are renewable natural resources?
Things like sunlight,
Wind, water, and biomass fall into this category. As long as we manage them sustainably, they won't run out, unlike fossil fuels, which take millions of years to form.
How can people protect the Earth?
people can protect the earth.
What changes will Earth face in the future?
I
What
couldn't find
changes?
specific future.
What Why is it important to learn about our Earth history?
Learning about Earth's history is really important because it helps us understand how our planet formed, how life was.
Ah,